Welcome to Dan's Learning Curve, where hindsight is 2015. Okay, we've gotten to just about got the fuel system ready on the 58 Plymouth here. I've got one more thing to hook up down there, and I was trying to. I dumped a little fuel down the carb, and I didn't have any sparks, so I ended up pulling the distributor out. Oh yeah, I was going to complete my thought about the fuel system. I have the hose to put between the pump and the fuel line there left, and then I'm going to put a inline filter before the pump, just so that any junk that's sucked out of the tank doesn't get into the pump and hold the check valves open on the pump. So that's why I'm doing that before the pump. And there is a sediment bowl water separator right here too. So okay, but the reason why I turned the camera on here was not many people probably have seen points anymore, ignition points and stuff. This is the distributor, and I had, years ago, maybe 20, I bought replacement points, and these are the replacement points right here I bought. These are the ones I took out. See the difference? Mounting screw. See where that slot is right there? See where that slot is there? That will not work in that. So I took my points file. This is actually a designated file for points, and cleaned up the contact surfaces. They're actually called breaker points. And let's see if we can get to focus here. And so this is like a switch, just a switch. So whenever this is closed, power is building up in the coil. Whenever this opens, the second it opens, or the instant it opens, that's when the primary field collapses in the coil, and the buildup of power, or the electromagnetic force in the primary coil, transfers to the secondary coil, the winding in the coil, and that's when the spark comes out of the coil and shoots to the distributor and to its respective cylinder on the cap. So this was all corroded up. So I cleaned it up. It's not perfect. I was hoping to put a new set in. Incidentally, the new set was oxidized too. Those are that old. So, and I picked up a new condenser, because condensers can go bad over time. And this is basically a capacitor. And what it does, when the points open up, there's a big jolt of electricity, and if that doesn't go someplace, it goes across the points, and the points burn up. So the condenser here is there to keep the arc in between these contacts at a minimum when they open. So this will go in the distributor. This peg right here goes through the hole there, and then the slot mounts in that hole there, and there's a screw, and then you get adjusted to 17 thousandths with the with this. There's being an 8-cylinder, there's 8 protrusions on this cam lobe, and so you set it to the high part of the cam, and then you set it to this gap to 17 thousandths open up. So I'll bring you back when I get that done. Okay, here we have the old points reinstalled in the distributor with a new condenser. I was going to say in the last clip that condensers degrade over time, and even if you have a new old stock, you want to make sure you get a freshly manufactured one, because they do decrease in their ability to absorb current. So now these points are set at 17 thousandths of an inch, and 17 thousandths of an inch is the width of this feeler gauge right here. I don't know if you can see that. Not much at all. Paper is standard printer paper is like 4 thousandths, so like 4 pieces of paper. So now give it you can see when it gets on the high lobe of the cam, that's 17 thousandths right there open. Seems a little big, but no, that's what it was. So Might be a little big. I might have to recheck that because it does. Let's see here. It looks okay. The camera is making it look bigger. So, yes, the camera makes you look fatter. Me too. All right. So now I will put this back in the engine, and hopefully we'll have spark. And next clip maybe. Well, I'll see when I bring you back. All right. This is a video I really didn't want to have to make. I had recorded some other video and it did not save. Unfortunately, I was not able to get the Plymouth running. I had issues with the master cylinder that I alluded to, I possibly would have earlier on, and no, I could not get it to bleed. Perhaps I assembled it incorrectly. I tried to search for the assembly order and was not able to find it. I don't know what happened. Frustration set in, and I ran out of time, so unfortunately I may be trailering it home, but I will get it home. I will drive it on to the trailer if I do that, and I'll try to bring you along with that adventure. So all that's left now is to pack the front wheel bearings, put the drums on, put the wheels on, rear drums, and put the rear wheels on. And the fuel system is still not up to par, but I can, just for running it on a trailer, I can use the small tank. And so just thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I do appreciate that. I'm up to 110 subscribers now, and I'm always looking for more. Would really like to grow my YouTube channel. I realize that consistent uploads is key, and trying to improve my content and things like that. So I do appreciate those that have stuck with me throughout the years, and if you could share this video to those that might be interested in my silly shenanigans and things like that, I'd certainly appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.